So, first question we got, and let me know if I've gone over these. I don't know if I have or not. 6179/15. 79/15. I think we covered this one. Somebody tell me if we did or not. Hanging out your clothes.
Seems familiar.
Yeah, I think we did, but we'll do it again. I don't want to leave anybody out, so.
Personalized class. Where? Right there.
So what do we do on this one? Plug and what?
Chug.
Plug and chug. So T is equal to 2 parentheses squared plus 70 parentheses plus 30. And then we're going to punch in 0.5. And that's going to be T is equal to 2 times 0.25 plus 35 plus 30. All right, well, 1/4 of 2, let's do this. T is equal to 2 over 1 times 1 over 4, because 0.25 is 1 over 4, plus 65. All right, now I'm going to do I'm going to do some real heavy math here. 2 will go into 2, 1 time 2 will go in there. So 65.5. And no, you do not need a calculator for this question. And if you do, then that's why we got people that can't make change or spell them on backwards. You should not need a calculator for that. Okay? So let's check the answer to make sure that your teacher knows what he's doing. And if I didn't do it right, then I suck. Like one of my students put on my board in 9 o'clock class this morning. She thought she was being cute. There we go. Next. That was number, let me erase the board. That was number 7915. Let's check to see if this next one, I don't think it's a duplicate, no, it's 6.2. This is 6.2, 52/6. And that first one was a test question. I don't mind putting that one on the test. Let's look at this one. Oh yeah, this one's a test question. This one's a test question. All right, you're solving. But what are we going to do first before we even start?
Fractions?
Get rid of the fractions. Golly, you're the one that listened. C is equal to 1/4 H times Q plus K. And I'm not even looking what I'm solving for because I got to get rid of that fraction. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 4 over 1 or 4, whatever you want to call it. The reciprocal or the common denominator, I don't care what you call it. So that will be 4C is equal to, that goes out, HQ plus HK. And I went ahead and distributed that because I think that's the way they want their answer. I'm not sure, but oh, that's not HQ plus HQ. It's HQ plus HK. Dork.
Wondered.
Here we go. Now, how do I get rid of, I want to solve for Q. How do I get rid of the positive HK? Take it across the what?
River.
4C minus HK is equal to HQ. And then how do I get rid of multiplying by H?
Divide by.
And Q is equal to that. Okay? Now, if you will look, they have a different answer because you could work this out to get that answer, or you could not distribute the H. And that's what they did probably. So let's see. I'm going to start it right here. C is equal to H times Q plus K, and divide by H. C over H is equal to Q plus K, and then C over H minus K is equal to Q. That's another way to write it. Okay? Oh, I'm sorry, 4C. So that's another way to write it. Either one of them is correct. And it should take both of those answers. Has anybody tried to do it, both of them? I don't know if anybody tried it, but it should take both of those answers. If not, if you do that on a test and you see me after class, I'll fix it if it's correct. Capiche?
So the one on the left is the one that it typically will accept more often?
No, this is the one right here, over here.
Okay.
I didn't distribute the H. I divided by the H. You can do either or.
Gotcha.
Everybody good?
Yes, sir.
Next question. Hold on a minute. I've been misfiring all day. I hit the wrong buttons. I got the coronavirus. That's what it is. We're all gonna die.
You corona.
We're all gonna die before the end of the week. Number 6. Does that help? Does that help whoever? I think that who sent that one? Because Mr. Christensen sent it also. Okay. Does that help both of y'all on that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I got that.
Okay. 6.3, 29/10. I think we did this one. Somebody tell me. I think we did. Yeah, we did that one the other day.
Mm-hmm.
So delete that one. 6.5, 47/9. I know the dark ones. The one with the bold we haven't done yet. I know we haven't done this one. Okay, this is a standardized test question. It may not be a test question. I don't remember seeing this one. But this is a standardized test question. So you need to write it down as a standardized test question. All right, the first question says, okay, I don't know how many questions are on it, but the following graph shows blah, 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 blah. In which years was the number of widgets produced greater than 8.8 million? So I'm going to take my handy-dandy line, and I'm going to color it. What color opposite that blue? Maybe, let's make it yellow. And I'm going to draw a line, a horizontal line. That's my ruler, or my straight edge. And I'm going to put it at 8.8 million. Everybody with me? 8.8 million would be somewhere in there. Okay, now which ones are not equal to, which number, which stacks, which blue boxes are above 8.8 million? I didn't say equal to 8.8 million. I said above.
06, 08,
2006. Good.
10.
I heard 2006 and
2008,
Good.
2010, and
2010.
2013.
And 2013. Now, easily, you know you're not supposed to communicate with me, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me mute the mic right quick.
I'm sorry. No, I just don't want Pendleton to get pissed at you, because they will come over there and kick your butt. Okay? As a matter of fact, Pendleton, turn your camera to the left, please, your left, because I can only see one person. I don't know why it does that.
Focus on
Thank
me.
you. There you go again. Don't talk. Don't
I
say
talk.
anything. Turn it again.
It won't turn anymore. Cord's
Yeah,
stuck.
it's like a thing it sits in, so it doesn't.
Yeah, it goes. And see, nobody talks at Pendleton,
Yeah, wait.
so it either
Talk.
goes to the left or to the
Okay.
right. It never,
Keep
because
talking.
nobody
All right.
talks.
How do you keep the
Start
conversation
putting
going?
stuff on the table. Even though
Because
we're talking.
Pendleton sucks.
Yeah, there.
All right. No, that's all right. No, thank you. All right, next. What does it say? It says B, equal to or less than 8.8. So somebody give me those.
2007,
Thank you.
2009,
2009,
2011,
2011,
2012.
and 12. Now you need to be careful when you walk outside in the hallway, okay? Because somebody's gonna, one of those people in Pendleton gonna beat you up because you're not supposed to talk. Check. Next, I'm gonna take my line and I'm gonna move it to where? I'm gonna move it to 10.2 million. 10.2 million. There's 11 right there. 10.2 would be right in there. So which ones are above 10.2?
2008,
2008,
8, 2010,
10,
2013.
2013.
and 2013. And the last one, let's move our handy dandy straight edge to 7.1. 7, I'm just going to put it right at 7. And which is the only one that's below 7.1?
2009.
And that is a standardized test question.
I like questions like that.
Yeah, so
Yeah, because you don't have to what?
Think.
think very
Exactly. That's why Bernie's going to take care of you. Because you don't want to worry about anything the rest of your life. All you want to do is go to work and come home, and Bernie's going to take care of you.
Sure.
Don't have to think. Next. That's the same one. So, Mr. Evans, hopefully that helps you out. Does that help you? They're not here. Okay. Next. 54. 6.5, 54/11. A publishing company, let me get rid of that line. A publishing company has a weekly cost of 88 blah 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 and a revenue blah blah blah. The company loses money when R is less than C. At what sales point does the company lose money? We're going to solve this for X. So here we go. R is 27X less than 88,000 plus 16X. Now, if you don't understand what this says, it costs you $15 to bake a cake. To bake a cake. Now, I'm not talking about no what's her name? The Betty Crocker cake. I'm not talking about one of those. I'm talking about one of these cakes that dang old weighs 4 or 5 pounds, dang old full of sugar and chocolate, and that you buy at one of these little houses on the side of the road that's owned by a grandma. Okay? Costs $15 to bake a cake. And you ask for, that's cost, see it. And your revenue, what you ask for that cake, what you ask is $25. So how do you find your profit?
Subtract 15 from
Okay, you subtract 25 or 15 from 25. So therefore the revenue has to be more than the what?
cost.
Cost. That's just basic economics. So you're going to go into debt if the revenue is what? Than the cost.
Below that.
It's below that. That would be like saying, I'm going to not ask $25 for this cake. What would I ask to go in the hole?
That's $14.
$14, and that's uphill business. That's not good business. You need to get out of the cake business because you're going to have Bernie take care of you. So now let's solve it. Which one's the smallest bucket? 16x. 16 goes across the river. 9x is less than 88,000. X is less than, well, 9 will go into 88 9 times. That'll leave 80, right? And 9 will go into 87 times, or 8 times, sorry. That's 72, 8. Somebody check my math. Divide 88,000 by 9, what do you get? Okay, it doesn't take that long, people.
9 7 7
Oh,
7.
9 7. I'm sorry. 7. Is it repeating sevens? Is it repeating sevens?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got my 8 to 7 mixed up.
Um,
So, what?
27 minus 16 is 11.
Okay, well,
What my
I
calculator's
suck. I really do suck.
I just want to make sure.
Okay, now everybody, I need everybody on 3 to go ahead and say it, all right? Because somebody's going to say it, so I just cut you off right now. On 3, everybody say, yeah, that's what I thought. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I guarantee you somebody was fixing to say, yeah, that's what I thought, but I didn't say anything. Shut up.
I was thinking about
Then shut up. Don't say it. Don't say it. Yeah, man. You don't know what you're doing, man. Shut up. You don't even know what day it is. 88,000 divided by 11. That makes it a whole lot easier. X is less than 8,000. So, if you sell less than 8,000 whatevers, that means you're going to go in the hole. So somebody tell me which one says that so I can click it when I get over here.
B, the company loses money if it sells fewer than 8,000 books.
Thank you. And you should feel good about yourself if you can type worth of crap. Yay! Thank y'all for catching my mistake, especially those people that didn't say anything but wait until somebody says something because you're introverted. Anyway, next. Yeah, man, you're wrong. And let's go to the handy dandy book. Test. Now, I'm not going to cover what somebody tell me if we covered this the other day. I know we covered one like this. Now, this one, okay, there's 2 reasons I want to go over this one. One is 95% of the time I told you to keep the variable positive. Here, you still can keep the variable positive, but it's kind of hard not to. So this is what happens. First of all, let's highlight if this is an integer or not. Now graph the solution where real number. Real number means shade. So it's either C or D because it cannot be these two. Somebody tell me why.
Because they're integers?
Because dots mean integers and the directions do not say integers. It says real numbers. So at least you got a 50-50 shot. So now here's the problem. Negative 1/5 x is greater than 2. Really? There's no way you could do this. You could take this across the river and take this across the river and do it like that. And that would give you 2 is greater than 1/5 negative 2 is greater than 1/5 x. You could do that. Or you can remember this rule. I'm going to multiply through by negative 5. If I multiply an inequality by a negative number, what does that do to the inequality? It switches it. And I get x is less than what?
2.
Negative 10. Should be, wait a minute. Yeah, multiply by both sides. It'd be negative 5 on both sides. All right, let's check, see if I get the same thing. Here, I'm going to divide by 1/5. Here, I'm going to divide by 1/5. When I divide by a fraction, I multiply by the what? And both, that should be the same, should be. Yeah, turn this around. X is less than negative 10. These are the same thing. All three of these are the same. Okay, negative 10 is greater than x. So, what numbers right here, what numbers are less than negative 10? Now remember, what's better to have in the bank? Negative $15 or negative $5?
Negative 5.
Okay, that's better to have in the bank. So which one is less than negative 10? To the left or to the right?
The right.
To the left, because that means less than. You just said that negative 5 is better to have in the bank, right? Right?
Yeah.
That means that's greater. Okay? Negative 5 is greater than 10. Negative 10.
We're talking about D, right?
Huh?
I was saying on the right, the answer is D on the right out of our two choices.
No. That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
Okay?
All right. Let me ask you a question. What's greater to have in the bank? What do you want to have in the bank? Here's negative 10. Do you want to have negative $5 in the bank? Or do you want to have negative $15 in the bank?
Negative 5.
Negative 5 is what we call what? Greater, because that's what you want. What does this say?
It says that X would be less. It says that X is
So
greater.
that means negative 5 is not your answer, that negative 15. The reason I do that is because people think that negative 15 is greater. Okay, because that's the way they've read the number line for years. You've got to realize, and a lot of people already know this, that negative 5 is greater than negative 10. But there's a few people out there that think that negative 15 is greater, and it's not. So whenever you're dealing with negatives, you have to make sure you understand which side is greater. Because some people would pick D instead of C. The answer is C. And you should feel good about yourself. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. I want to try to go over questions that I haven't gone over. I didn't go over one like that the other day. Now, we went over inequalities, but that one we did not go over. You're welcome. All right. Well, there we go. Next. I just can't hit the right buttons today. Must be all that alcohol. All right, that's a bonus question. That's a bonus question. Okay, if you can't solve that one, then you don't need to tell anybody. What is 5 into 45? 9, Hubert.
9.
Class. Now, we didn't cover one like that the other day, but that one's pretty simple. You should have got that one. All right. Does this one say integer or real numbers?
Real numbers.
So that means it's shaded. So all of these could be possible answers, except for which ones? Not this one. Not this one. Not, well, that's the only two that can't be. Why can't it be these two? Somebody tell me, why can't it be Delta or Fox?
Because it's exclusive? Inclusive.
Good job, because the question is exclusive and the closed dots are what?
Inclusive?
Inclusive. You're the one that listened. So let's solve it. Everybody's supposed to say, how do you know that? That's what everybody's supposed to say, like I didn't cover it with the little, little closed dots and parentheses and stuff like that. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to take 5 times 3x minus 1 times 3, 5x minus 3. And I'm going to, that'd be 15x minus 5 is less than 15x minus 9. Y'all check my math. 15x's go out. And is negative 5 less than negative 9? Yes or no?
No.
I'm sorry, what? I heard somebody say the correct answer.
I said no.
No. So this is untrue, which means it is a contradiction. And a contradiction means what? No solution. Which one of those number lines, Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, or Echo, which one of those is no solution?
Charlie.
Golly, we got 2 people that actually listen. Of course, there's probably more, but they don't talk because it's illegal to talk.
Hey, we're Pendleton too.
I know. I can't believe that. Somebody's going to beat the crap out of y'all when y'all go in the hallway. All right,
there's
Ernie
witnesses in the
Roth.
hallway
Now, we
today.
talked about Ernie. Okay, this is the Walmart
Yeah,
question.
there's a lot of witnesses in the hallway today.
On the
It's
talk.
orientation.
Okay, good. Okay, we're not going to do Ernie Roth again, but Ernie Roth, that's the Walmart equation. X plus or minus percentage X. We went over that the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Who could forget a name like that? We didn't do one like this, so
You sound like
Ernie
a Muppet.
Roth. Sounds like a Muppet. 38t plus 3 is equal to 14t plus 15. 14 is the little bucket. Take it across the river. 24t? Somebody help me because I cannot subtract. Plus 3 is equal to 15. Take that 3 across the river. And 24t is equal to 12. T is equal to 1 what?
4.5.
And I think that'll be Bravo.
Correct.
A lot of people wondering why I'm using the NATO alphabet. Well, when you're teaching polycom, when you say B or D, sometimes it does, B sounds like D and D sounds like B. So that's why I use I don't use it like some people just to show people I was in the military. I don't have to do that. I outgrew that a long time ago. Next. Okay, we did one like that. Okay, let's see what this says. I don't know. It says determine whether direct or inverse. The height of a tower and the time it takes for a marble drop from the top of the tower to hit the ground. The height of the tower and the time it takes for a marble dropped from the top to hit the ground. So what is the height doing? If the height goes up, what will the time do?
Change.
It'll go up too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So is that direct or inverse? Remember, direct is the same. Inverse is opposite. Okay, tell me this one. We're not doing this one because we did it before. Well, I'm going to do it because it's got a negative in it. So which one is not the answers?
Alpha and Charlie.
Alpha and delta. Why are alpha and delta not the answers?
Because it's an integer?
Good job. I just can't get over this. I'm used to people not listening.
Better
we
get
go.
you a lottery ticket.
We have to help you
I
out
know.
because there's
I'll tell
no one
you
in your
what.
class today.
What?
So we got to help you out because there's no one in your classroom
Exactly.
today.
I feel so secluded. All right. So here we go. The word integer says dang old whole numbers. Whole numbers can only be represented by big old dots. Okay? Because you can't include decimals and fractions. And the shaded regions was between 0 and 1, decimals and fractions. So that's why integers you have to use. Okay. So anyway, we got negative 25 less than negative 5x minus 25. That little bucket goes across the river. 5x minus 25 is less than negative 25. Bring that 25 across the river, and we got 0. 5x is less than 0. Divide by 5. Divide by 5. X is less than 0. So what numbers are less than 0? To the left or to the right?
To the left. So it would be
So Charlie does not fit, so that means Bravo is your answer. Now, why do I not have a dot on 0?
because it's less than 0, not equal to.
It's exclusive, exactly. Exclusive or it's less than, not equal to. Either one of those answers is correct. If you want to impress your friends, you say exclusive. It's exclusive. Next. That's the same type question. This one's a real number. So it could be either one of these. Somebody tell me, since it's all shaded, somebody use your deduction and tell me which one is it's not. Since they're all shaded, you still got a hint
It
which
wouldn't,
one's it's not.
it wouldn't be Alpha or Charlie.
It's not Alpha and it's not Charlie. Somebody tell me why.
Because it's,
Open dot.
yeah.
It's inclusive and these are exclusive. So you can take those out. And again, if you didn't write down what I wrote down yesterday or Wednesday with the rules for inequalities, you have no idea what I'm talking about. So let's see, what is that? Minus 1, that's going to be 2. What numbers are greater than 2?
To the right.
To the right. Next. Okay, solve for J. So we didn't do one like this, so let's do it. Solve for J. And of course, if you want to multiply by that reciprocal, that's fine. Or you can divide by that reciprocal, either one, but you got to be careful. B is equal to 9/8 J minus 94. Now there's two ways to do this problem. I wish they'd give y'all multiple choice on this, so that it could be 2 of the 4 because there's 2 different answers. First of all, I'm going to divide by 9/8. And when you divide by a fraction, you multiply by the what? Reciprocal, Hubert. Take that 94 across the river. 8/9 B plus 94 is equal to J. Here, I'm going to distribute, which will cause a cluster, but B is equal to 9/8 J minus 9/8 times 94 over 1. And since these 2 are even, we can cancel those. So B is equal to 9/8 J minus, let's see, 8 will not go into 94, but will 4, no, 4 won't go in there, so 2. 4 and 2 will go in there, what? 47 times, right? I think. And that's going to be negative 47, 9 times 40, yeah, that's going to be a mess. 9 times 47, 36 plus, let's see, I just messed up. 9 times 7 is 63, so that's going to be 423. Somebody check my math.
That's
What's
right.
9 times 47?
423.
And that's going to be your answer there. And you got to solve for what? J? Are we solving for J?
Yeah.
So I'm going to bring B plus 423 over 4, and then multiply that by 8/9, and that's going to be equal to J.
That just seems like a lot more complicated.
Well, yeah, because but that's the way you can solve those 2. It doesn't matter. And sometimes you can use the second method when you have more variables. It's a lot easier. So the one on the left is probably the one I would use. Let's see, what did I say? 8/9 B, so 8 divided by 9, step, capital B, and it makes a difference. You better not change that to a lowercase b, plus J, or 94. And you should feel good about yourself. Next. We went over one like this, but let's go ahead and deduce. Somebody deduce which ones it's not.
It can't be Charlie or Delta.
Good job. Okay, next. Okay, we did one. We hadn't done one like this, but this one's important because you might mess this up. What is the culprit if you get this one wrong? Can somebody tell me what the culprit is? I'm going to mark it with a red highlighter. This is your culprit. Well, I tried to. That negative. Somebody tell me why that negative will mess you up. Anybody want to take a guess? Okay, well, I don't get no more to communication today. Is that it?
Is this supposed to be on?
Because the -1 that's in front of that parenthesis, what will it do to everything inside the parentheses?
It makes the rest of it negative.
It makes the opposite sign, yes. And the positive one, it really doesn't do anything. It just hangs around. Y minus 3, and that's going to be a negative y minus 4 is equal to 9y. And people will get this wrong and say, oh, that's y plus 4 too. And they'll bring down y plus 4, and they'll get a totally different answer. So what happens to the y's on the left side? They go out, Hubert. And that makes a negative 7 equal to 9y. Divide by 9. And your answer is alpha. So that's the tricky one. You got to be careful on that one. Next. Okay, tell me which one it's not.
There's
only one that's not.
Not Charlie.
It's not Charlie, so you got to figure out the rest of it. Let me see if I can do it right quick. 12C to the left side will be C. What?
It's not Delta either.
Oh, I didn't see that. I thought that was no solution. Yeah, you're right. I didn't see that little bit in there.
The little tool part was covering it for a second.
Oh, thank you. All right, so it's either alpha. Okay, take the 12 over, that leaves you with C. The negative becomes a positive, so that's going to be negative 4. C is less than negative 4. What numbers are less than negative 4?
Anything to the left.
Alpha to the left. Yes, thank you. I heard you whisper or mumble it. One of the two. Check. Make feel good about ourselves. There we go. Next. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I put that on there. I need to take that one off.
No.
Combine like terms.
You already made a mistake. Keep it there.
Somebody will miss it. How much you will bet? What's negative 2b plus 4b?
Bravo.
Y'all not answering it, are you?
I said bravo.
2b. Or not 2b.
Continue.
Dang old Shakespeare. Okay, next. 25. We're just going to deduce. Which one is it not?
It's not.
It's not.
It's not
Can't see it,
Charlie.
It's not
Delta.
A or Bravo. Well, it could be Bravo. You never know. That's all real numbers. It's not Echo. So it's one of those 4. So go ahead and write that one down, and you can do that one for homework or something.
Wait, but it's less than, not less than or equal to.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. So it's
So it
either
would be-
not Charlie or Delta.
It would be, yeah.
Charlie or Delta. There we go. So there you go. Finish that one. Let's see. 12. Negative 4. No, that'd be 6 times. Negative 24 is less than negative 26. That's false. So it's going to be it's going to be no solution.
Solution. Fox. Trot.
Foxtrot. Good job. Same one. I'm just going to go ahead and take off the ones it's not. It's not going to be Alpha
It's not
or
Bravo. Or
It's going to be Charlie or Delta. But we're going to move on because we already wore those out. We've already done like 5 or 6 of those today. We did 3 or 4 of them the other day. Okay. All right, here's one we haven't done. Write the variation and find the quantity indicated. R varies directly as S. Y is equal to K times S. So we read left to right, so that means Y turns into what? R. K never changes. And X. X turns into what? S.
Yes.
And now S is equal to 7. And K is equal to 9. So R is equal to what? 63. So type those in. That one's a little bit too easy. I need to change that one. KS and 63. Uh-oh. Oh, I didn't put R. Okay. Let me put R. Sorry. R is equal to, how about that? There we go. Next. Next. Okay, what do you do here?
Plug and chug.
Plug and chug, real simple. 55 times 32, well, 55 or 50 times, well, I'm not going to do that. I was going to do 55 times 30, but that wouldn't work. I could do 30 times 50. 30 times 50. Yeah, that's 1,500. And then 5 times 32, 1,500. 1,560, 5160, or 1660. Somebody help me out.
It's 1760.
1760, thank you. Next. Sometimes at the end of the day, I can't do things in my head as quick. After teaching 3 or 4 classes, solve the formula for the specified variable. Okay, first thing, multiply both sides by 5/9. So your answer is going to have 9 on the bottom, right?
Mm-hmm.
So which one has 9 on the bottom?
Bravo.
It's either going to be
Or
Bravo
Delta.
or Delta.
Delta.
Y'all starting to see a pattern here? You can annihilate what? You can annihilate half of them most of the time. If you use a little bit of
Critical thinking skills.
thinking, yeah, wow. But you can choose not to and make bad decisions the rest of your life, and Bernie will take care of you. Okay, here we go. I'm on. Which ones is it not?
Well, it's an integer, so it's not Charlie or Delta.
Good job. So I'm going to keep on going. You can write that one down right quick if you want to. I think we've worked enough equations. I think y'all know how to do equations. All you got to do now is just look at the directions and see which one's which. Next. I'm trying to get through the whole thing. What are you going to do first here? We hadn't done one like this, so we're going to do this one. Somebody tell me what you do first.
Get rid of the decimals.
Get rid of the decimals by multiplying through by 10. Because the 10th place is taken up. Negative 11Q equals negative 59.4 minus 1.1Q. Which decimal place is being used in the whole problem? The 10th. So I'm going to multiply by 10. Remember, you always go with the furthest decimal place. And since these are the same, you're going to do by 10. If one of them was 100th, if I had a 0.45 there, you would multiply the whole thing by 100. Okay, so that's going to move. There goes the elevator music. Negative 110Q is equal to negative 594 minus 11Q. I'm taking that 110Q across the river. I'm taking that 594 across the river. What's negative 11 plus 110?
99Q?
Well, you have to help me out because I suck at it. 109? No. Or 99? 99? Somebody
Yes,
check my
99.
math there because I suck at it. Okay. And divide by 99. Somebody divide 594 by 99 for me.
0.949 feeding.
I got
It's
6.
not going to be 0.94. It's going to be a big number. It's going to be like
It's
5.4 or 5.5. Which one is it?
6.
Charlie? Next.
6. Bravo.
Oh, I didn't check it. Hold on.
She says.
Let me check it.
It's, yeah.
No.
Bravo.
So it
No,
must
it's
be
6. It's
6?
Bravo, yeah. Yeah, it's
Okay,
6.
well, I didn't know. Okay, whatever. I'm trying to get these last few in right quick. Okay. All right, that's combined like terms. What is 7p plus 3p? Oh, I'm sorry. 42. What is negative 42p plus 3p? Dang old negative 39p and 12. So that'd be B. Somebody check me. I think that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Next. Okay, that's a bonus. Okay, that should be pretty simple, y'all. N is equal to 1.
Mm-hmm.
Si, senor.
37. Okay, let's look. I ain't seen this one. What does this say? Determine. Okay, what do you do when determine and evaluate? Plug and what?
Sure.
So plug 12 in. 7 times 12 is 84. 84 plus 7, dang old 91. So it is not a solution. If I did my math right.
Mm-hmm.
Dadgummit. Y'all quit laughing at my elevator music. Come on, let's go. Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to take some of these off.
No.
Okay, what do you multiply by on both sides?
The reciprocal.
Not the reciprocal, the common what?
Oh wait, the
Common denominator. Multiply by
Yeah.
6 on both sides. Solve the equation for y. That's pretty simple. Get y by itself. You're going to take that 9. So which one has a negative 9x? A. So A is going to be your answer. Because when you take that 9x over to the 16, what does it become?
Negative.
Negative. And that's a bonus question. So y'all are good to go.
for our homework, the date still says due today, but it's due when the test is due, right?
No, it should be due today.
Okay. I just didn't know because the test said it was due on.
Yeah, I always do. The test always has a little bit longer than the homework.
Okay.
So it should be due tonight at midnight.
Last time you had changed it, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah, last
Yeah, I
time
changed it because I was feeling kind of bad for y'all, but I don't care now because I don't like y'all.
Okay.
All right. So let's do the. I'm not going to do the roll because nobody's here. So we're just gonna say goodbye and have a good weekend. Y'all get out of here and have.